Hello gamers, welcome back. This morning, I have been busy doing the first and most important thing before we start a new game in Dragon's Dogma 2, and that is creating my character. The detail and the customization for characters in Dragon's Dogma 2 can be a game in and of itself. After a few hours in, I gave you my first Arisen, the Kindling Maiden, Melina. Now, let's go through the detail settings. We obviously have to select a female body type. Now on the body part, everything largely remains default. These are really personal preference, so we can quickly go through the settings. I kept the majority of the muscle settings to the default, and all of her head settings are the default as well. On her upper body, I gave her slightly bigger chest and a smaller waist. Now let's go to the main part. That is the settings for the face. On the head, we use number 23. And we are using 3 for the skin and skin color 15. Melina is pretty pale. There might be other better options, but I feel 15 is fairly accurate. There's no wrinkles, of course. And skin sheen is 26. She doesn't really have a very shiny skin. On the brows, the head remain at 0, brow spacing 40, brow depth minus 25, and there's some minor adjustment on the inner and outer depth. Brow angle is at 30, she has a fairly flat brow angle. Bending is at 0. Now for eyes, I have height at minus 25, width 75, depth minus 50, size 40, and angle 25. Now here is the interesting option that made Melina possible. That is, we can close and open her eyes individually. So if we open her left eye, you can see she has a different eye color. I will leave it open for now so that we can see how the left eye is configured. Now the squint on both sides we have 50. Her eyes does feel fairly narrow. Now on the nose length is 30. She has very skinny nose bridge, so on the width is minus 70, height minus 10, and she doesn't have any bridge bump, so all of these settings are setting at minus. Nostril size is minus 60, and her nostril is above her nose tip, so I put the height at 20, and width at minus 65, tip depth at minus 30, tip angle at 12, so that her nose tip is kind of tilting upwards, and sharpness at 50. For ears, they largely remain default, because in Elden Ring we cannot really see Melina's ears with her hair down. I did change the size to minus 10 and angle to 30. For her cheeks, thickness at 24, bulge at 0, neck fat at minus 69. It can go even lower because she doesn't seem to have any neck fat at all. Cheek height at 10, width at minus 60, and depth at minus 90. The mouth height is 0, width at minus 30, she has a smaller mouth. Protrusion I put at 10. Melina does seem to be pouting a bit. Mouth corners at minus 80. Lip thickness goes all the way to the lowest, and even that it seems still not thin enough, but here is what we got. Lower lip position at 20. For jaw definition, we have 90, jaw width minus 70, position 40, and protrusion all the way to the lowest. Chin height at 30, she does have a longer chin. Width at 0, protrusion at 30. Her chin does go forward a little bit, so I just increased that to the 30. Sharpness at 40. And now let's go to body hair. For hairstyle, there's only one option, that is number 4. And the root color at 48, tip color at 58. So I'm really looking for a pinkish color, and 48 seems to be the closest I can find. Root and tip blend at 60. Shin position at 50. I have no idea what Shin position is. It doesn't seem to be affect her look at all. So these two settings doesn't seem to be matter that much. For her eyebrows, eyebrow shape is number 3 and color is 23. And we are thickening her eyebrow all the way to 80. Now on the makeups, we have to check edit each eye separately. Both left eye and right eye we are using type 1. You can also use type 2, both looks about right, but this is more personal preference. The left eye is the one she opened at the end of Frenzy Flame ending, and it looks dark blue and purplish, so I'm using the color 334. Sclera is the default at 107. I did reduce the pupil size all the way to the lowest. Now on the right eye, we are looking for a brown and yellowish color, so 97 is the best I can find, and the rest remain the default settings. For eyelashes, we are using shape type 2, root color number 1, and tip color number 1. Root and tip blend at 0 because they are basically the same color. Length at 85 and density at 50. For eyeshadows, we are using shadow style number 3, color 1 14 and color 2 at 15. Intensity at 70, coverage 50, opacity 30, metallic 30 and sheen at 55. For eyeliner, we are using style number 5, color number 1, coverage 20, opacity 50, metallic 0 and sheen 40. For freckles is type 1, she doesn't really have any freckles, so this setting doesn't really matter that much. And she doesn't have any cheek makeup either, so everything remains default. On her lips, however, we're using type 5, and the color is 44. I'm looking for a yellow and pinkish color. Again, there might be some other options, but I think this one, 44, is the closest. Color spread at 100, opacity 30, metallic 30, and sheen at 100. Her teeth, we didn't really change anything here. She has all her teeth and they are all very white. But it's quite interesting that Capcom put in these options. Now finally on tattoos. On her body tattoo, we are making sure check the box, edit tattoo 2, so that we can have 2 tattoos and form the claw-shaped tattoo on her eye. So her tattoo originally on the eye is a claw with 3 fingers, so we are looking for something that can represent the claw part. I'm using 52 and color 53, which is a dark blue and purplish color. And these are the positions and the scales so that I can put to the corner of her eye and representing the 3 fingers. On the second tattoo, however, we are looking for something can represent the arm part of that claw. I found these 3, 45, 46, and 47 the closest, so you can really use any of these. I'm using 45, same color 53, and here are the position and rotations. Now she doesn't have any other tattoos, so we will be skipping all of these, including scars. And now that's all the settings. Let's close her left eye. And that's her face finished. Now here is all the settings. Let's take a look at how it looks like in the environment. Now this is very Elden Ring. Give a little bit of lighting. Now there you have it. This is how you can create the Kindling Maiden Melina in Dragon's Dogma 2. Let me know in the commentary below what kind of character have you created in the character creation, and which vocation you're looking to be using in your first playthrough of Dragon's Dogma 2. Now I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe for more content gaming. This is Xin, thanks for watching and see you next time.